Germans are grappling with the possibility of a snap poll after talks on forming a coalition collapsed. The Free Democratic Party walked out over migration and energy policy, leaving Angela Merkel facing her biggest challenge in 12 years as Chancellor.
Es ist ein Tag.
This is a day for deep reflection on how we will go forward, and I, as the Chancellor, still entrusted with the government, will do everything to ensure that Germany will be led through this difficult time.
Well, let's go to Ira Spitzer, who's in Berlin now. So the German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier has been speaking. What is he saying, and does it seem as though new elections are likely?
Well, with the dramatic events that have taken place here in Berlin over the past 15 hours, we really are in uncharted territory now for this country. We've never had a situation where after an election, the parties have been unable to form a coalition. So Germany's President, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, the responsibility now has fallen on him to try and steer Germany out of this political crisis. And what he had to say there was essentially that it is the highest duty of Germany's political parties to try and work out a compromise. So he says that he will meet with the leaders of these parties over the next few days to try and essentially talk them into making this work. Now, well, on the one hand, that sounds very reasonable. It also sounds somewhat unlikely given the fact that they've been having these negotiations for weeks and have come up with nothing so far. And Germany's second largest party, the Social Democrats, their leader, Martin Schulz, and Steinmeier's also used to be part of that party. He just said that he's ruling out a reignition of the Grand Coalition, which has been in effect here. So a very strange situation, a very dramatic situation in Germany right now.
Yeah, and all of this a huge setback for Angela Merkel. What does this mean for her and for her position?
Well, I think that will start to become more clear as this week unfolds. She certainly has been weakened by first the elections in September and now by her failure to form a government. So not a good day for her. However, she still does have a pretty good chance of staying in power depending on whether there are new elections or not. So she still is in control of this country to some extent, but a lot of questions to be answered about the failure of her and her party to make this coalition work.
And so what's the mood in Germany then? Because this is, as you say, the biggest political crisis they've suffered.
Well, right now there are a number of different opinions among the public as well as political leaders. We heard from some of those political leaders earlier today, and it almost sounds like they've all begun campaigning again. Martin Schulz, the Social Democratic leader, his comments really sounded like he was gearing up for new elections and he was excited about new elections. Now, of course, he's hoping that his Social Democrats can improve on their performance. The public is a little bit less sure about what the right course here is. Well, of course, new elections would give people yet another chance to express their views. People are pretty tired of waiting around for clarity on the government. So I think there was, among many, a hope that this would work. But now that it hasn't worked, people really are not sure what the best way forward is.